Alrighty. I found it really strange that, but also kind of interesting that Pentheus's mom was actually the one that was like leading the charge or whatever towards like killing him. So that's crazy, you know what I mean? Nobody ever expects like their family to be one of the ones that puts them, 6 feet deep, but I don't know, I just think that's really crazy to even visualize, like your own mother is ripping your arm off, literally. That was a little hard to, wrap my mind around, but I also thought it was kind of interesting how Dionysus, like, set him up, I guess, like, pretty much tricked him into, thinking that he was going to become, or he was powerful, and then just to, like, pull the rug out from under him. It was kind of funny. So yeah. One value being represented to me is like kind of like the idea of tolerance. What I mean by this is like Pentheus disliked how people began worshiping Dionysus, and he tried to put a stop to it by killing him or whatever, and this caused Dionysus to do what he did and kill Pentheus. But yeah, so basically if Pentheus was cool with people like just expressing their own religion, I guess, basically, whatever you want to call it, he more than likely wouldn't have died. And another value being represented in the play, I would say that authoritative figures are not always right. This is shown clearly that Pentheus is the king of Thebes, I think, whatever it is, and so he tried to stop people from praising this figure, Dionysus, and look where that got him. So, number 3, I wasn't exactly sure what the author was referring to regarding maenads. Even after I read it, I wasn't exactly sure like what they were or who they were. So upon a little research, I found that maenads are the followers of the Roman god Bacchus, whose Greek counterpart is Dionysus. And Dionysus is considered to be the god of theater and wine, among other things. So that kind of leads into question number 4, that maenads are depicted as crazy monsters who are brainwashed into following Dionysus and carrying out his wishes. This was clearly illustrated when Pentheus's mother ripped off his arm. But so yeah. So Pentheus does not really acknowledge them when he initially comes into like the forest. So that tells me that either A, he didn't see them, which is probably not likely, or B, he just didn't care that they were there. So that shows that maybe, in this society, women are kind of just like an afterthought or of considered to be a lesser human being. And so question number 5, my thought process was that Elvis was on the cover due to Dionysus' followers being females who were basically crazy, and Elvis's followers were basically females who were crazy in love with him. So that was just kind of a little comparison I'm guessing that they were trying to make. And my 2 questions are, number 1, do you think Dionysus' actions were righteous or unfounded? And question number 2, if you had powers similar to those of Dionysus, what would you do with them?